I welcome to all at MBS coaching classes. My name is Manpreet Sharma. This is an introductory video of lesson number 3, Drainage, class 9th NCERT. Drainage, area drained by a single river system is called drainage. So drainage itself a comprehensive term which include a river system. A river system is a river along with its tributaries and distributaries. If we can take a look on the physical map of India, then we can see there are so many small streams which are ultimately join a large river, and that large river will be ultimately drained into a huge water body. As we can see in the case of Ganga, river Ganga is joined by Jamuna, Betwa, Kosi and Gagra. All these small streams are known as its tributaries. These tributaries firstly join the main river, and this main river ultimately drain itself into a huge water body. Drainage basin. The area drained by a single river system is called drainage basin. In this we include source, mouth, confluence, channels, tributaries and watershed. So source is an area that might be a mountain from where a river is going to be start, and mouth is the point where a river is going to be drain itself into his water body. Then tributaries are that small streams which join the main stream from both the side, left hand side and right hand side. And confluence is an area where two rivers meet. Drainage divide or water divide. Drainage divide or water divide is any area that might be in the form of mountain, plateau or any other upland which separate two drainage basin. That is called water divide. As we can see in this case, this mountain is acting as water divide for stream A and stream B. In northern India, for river Indus and Ganga, Ambala is acting as a water divide. So these are the basic concepts which we will use to understand all the aspects of this chapter. Now we will start drainage system in India. The drainage system of India is controlled by broad physical features of the subcontinent. Why they have mentioned subcontinent? Because Indian drainage system is not originate and drained only in India. This is also originate from China, Tibet, and they also drain some area of Pakistan and other neighboring country. That's why they have mentioned subcontinent. The Indian rivers are divided into major groups: the Himalayan rivers, the peninsular rivers. The main differentiate in between these two, that is the region of origin. Himalayan rivers, they are originate from Himalaya, whereas peninsular plateau rivers, they are originate from the peninsular physiographic division of India. But apart from this, there are so many points which differentiate Himalayan rivers from the peninsular plateau rivers. Now we will discuss these differentiates in this comparison chart, which make us understand how Himalayan rivers are different from peninsular plateau rivers. Sometimes they might be asked what are the main characteristics of Himalayan rivers, or maybe what are the main characteristics of peninsular plateau rivers. But mostly they are asking differentiate how Himalayan rivers differ from the peninsular plateau rivers. So the first differentiate is the point of origin. Himalayan rivers, they originate from Himalaya and glacier, whereas most of the, I'm saying most of, not all, most of the peninsular plateau rivers, they originate from central highlands and western ghats. Then nature wise, Himalayan rivers are perennial, it means they flow throughout the year, whereas peninsular rivers, they are seasonal, it means they flow only during rainy season. Then source of water, as we know Himalayan rivers are perennial, That's why they are getting water from glacier as well as rain. Whereas the peninsular plateau rivers are seasonal, that's why their source of water only rainfall. It means the amount of water which they are carrying that will be extremely reduced during dry season. Then course. Course means how much area they have covered. The Himalayan rivers have long course and they also perform extensive erosional activities such as they form meander and delta. So meander is a landform which formed by river when the river start flowing on plain area. On plain area, the river will be start flowing in zigzag form due to extensive erosional activities. Whereas delta is a landform which made by river when the river drained itself into a huge water body. So the land which is on delta, this is fertile and used for agriculture mainly. On the other hand, the peninsular plateau rivers, their river course is short and shallow and they made estuary. Estuary is a landform which made by river. The river which are not forming delta, they are forming estuary. Estuary is the area where the fresh water of river and saline water of ocean meet. Estuary is good for fishing activities. Most of the Himalayan rivers they are drained into Bay of Bengal except Indus. Indus drain into Arabian Sea. In the same way, most of the peninsular plateau rivers they are drained into Bay of Bengal, but Narmada and Tapi they are drained into Arabian Sea. Example: Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra. These are important Himalayan rivers, whereas Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi, and Kaveri. These are important peninsular plateau rivers. Himalayan rivers they are used for irrigation. So many canals we have constructed from Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra, whereas peninsular plateau rivers they are not used for irrigation.